Hey guys, this is Drew Mari? Anyway, yeah, welcome back to Crash Bash. 3% complete right now. And as you can see on my other file, I played as Crash against the Brio... Brio? Yeah, I think it was Brio. Yeah, it was. Brio, Kong, and this guy. This character, Willaroo. Anyway, in the last part, we saw that Uka and Aku were trying to determine which was the bear mask by playing some mini-games. Kind of sound familiar from, for say, the likes of Mario Party. Except this is kind of different because we're not playing on a board. We're playing mini-games, however. Last time we did Crash Ball was kind of like a hockey type of game. Trying to, but with multiple balls in play. So now we move on to our second game, Polar Panic. And this game, also fairly simple. Well, this stage is the simplest of the four, because this one, you're on polar bears and you have to knock the other players off the ice. And you want to be the last one standing. Now, if you can boost into them and charge into them, but of course, your charge meter will go down. You cannot charge again until your meter is almost full. And I tell you one thing, you want the lightning, you don't want the weight. Because you'll shock the other players with lightning, but the weight will come down on you hard. Right off the bat, we have the weight. I'd say the time limit for both of them is about 10 seconds, maybe? Yeah, I'd say that much time. So yeah. And there's 4 things that can occur. You can get the lightning, get the weight, or turn small and turn big. Yeah, I just turned small there. That's not a good sign. Okay, I got the lightning. I better run away. Give me the lightning bolts. Dang it! Okay, good. He's going. She's going for Dingo Dow first. All right. You get stunned for 5 seconds, or 10 seconds. More lightning, really? But yeah, and yeah, and you have an opportunity to knock your opponents off while they're being stunned for the time being. And yes, I can slip off, but I can recover by pressing square repeatedly. This game's a bit fun when you play with friends, of course. Just like the Crash Ball game. Oh, great. Okay, she's big. Still not as effective as the weight, though. But just be careful not to get in her way, and in between her and a trap. And that trap being the frozen ice that is about negative 2,300 and whatsoever degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, you don't want to freeze like that. Well, it's not that much, but it is frozen, and, well, nobody wants to swim in frozen water. Something I forgot to mention, okay, this game came out in 2000, but the Crash Bandicoot series came out in 96. This September, dang it, is going to be the 20th anniversary of Crash Bandicoot. So this is the reason why I'm playing this game now, because it's, what, been 20 years since Crash actually came along and entertained us in the late 90s and 2000s. And I have to wait again. Okay, I didn't get... Alright, okay. He never recovered from that. Alright, yeah. Alright, I have to push Dingo Dow off the stage. Come on. You know the drill. There we go. Alright, last round. Hopefully this is the last round. Alright, I'm big. I should knock someone. Give someone a hard time. Thing is, oh yeah, did I mention that you become slow when you're big and fast when you're small? Yeah, that's another catch. Alright. I always want to go for these things. Okay. Oh yeah, the boost gauges. That's another thing. As I take the trophy for this game, everyone has a different, like, boost gauge for each polar bear. Crash and Coco have similarities. Cortex and Brio have their similarities, as I'm trying to go for the gem here. Tiny and Koala Kong are about identical, and Dingo Dow and Rillaroo are pretty much share the same of their own. Alright, so I had Gem Challenge, I just have to defeat them within 1 minute. And there cannot be a tie, of course. The CPUs are harder in this mode. I tend to find it. Yeah, I tend to find CPUs harder in this mode. And that's another thing that could, that's another effect. Because it's not like you can defeat them one more time, because I've defeated them under a minute before. Okay, that was not a good idea. Well, at least he fell, except I'm going to die if I don't get the lightning bolt! Alright, good. But yeah, Coco and Crash is more balanced. Although they have the, they're kind of tied with the weakest boost. But it feels like it's like more controlled. Like they have like more control. Rillaroo and Dingo Dow also have a weak boost gauge, but it feels like that they have the worst of them all. Because I don't think they have like control as opposed to Crash and Coco's. Crystal Challenge, the beam will have energy bolts, and if you get in its way, well, actually, it's gonna try to go for you like that. I get struck by lightning, and I die. Yeah, that's yeah, that's something hard about this. That's another thing that's hard about this, this level. It looks like sometimes the beam may go after you. Well, I got struck anyway. Sometimes the beam might go after you if it's not... Well, yeah, sometimes the beam might go after you, and that's another challenge to this Crystal Challenge. That is not what I wanted to do. Well, Coco, you were pretty... Oh, wait, no, I got it back. Well, thank you, Coco. Except Dingo Dow is going to kill me and cause a tie. But yeah, what was it talking about? The boost gauges, again, yeah. Tiny and Claw Kong have a stronger boost gauge. For a second I got struck there. I think I glitched myself to not get struck. Tiny and Claw Kong probably have stronger boost gauges, but they kind of have slightly less control as opposed to Crash and Coco's. And then Brio and Cortex have the strongest boost of anybody. However, they won't be able to boost for a long time. So that's another catch, because it has hurt me to realize that having the strongest boost doesn't guarantee me a second boost. Take that. And yes, the CPUs are just as hard as they were in the Gem Challenge. They were not as easy as in the Trophy Challenge. You know, winning all 3 games and whatnot. Take that. Hey, whoa! Well, I felt like I could have won that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, I can boost I can like charge twice. And when I say boost, I mean charge. Yeah. Keep mixing up my words. Alright, this beam's gonna go after me. It always does. Thanks a lot. Just make sure to not... Okay, that's a bit of a cheat, don't you think? The beam trying to go underneath and strike me again. That's like... It's like spamming in Super Smash Brothers or something. Out of the way, Coco. You can charge after them when they're big. You'll just have a tougher time when you're small, however. That's another thing about the big and small feature. Oh, almost cut me off. And yes, the lightning will always strike you, not them. I can probably survive this one. Well, it's Coco down, but I don't know if I can take Tiny out. I might be able to. Nope. That's not happening. Oh, that was a bit unfair, don't you think? Yeah. This is not working out as I planned it. And this is not even the hardest one. Yeah. You should look at the 3rd Crystal Challenge. That's a bit of a bad one. Yeah, the 3rd stage for this minigame, Crystal Challenge. Yeah, that's not a good sign. That's a bit of a difficult one. We'll get to it when I get to it. That was... Okay, don't go after the beam, go after me. Hey! What the heck? What gives? Oh, I'm still alive! Coco was the one who... This her life, of course she was going after me like the other 2. Okay, somehow Tiny didn't recover. Usually he does. Alright, waiting for it. And let's see what he gets. But wait, alright. If I survive this, I win the Crystal Challenge finally. Okay. Oh god. Double back, and finally I get the victory. Man, that took a while. Alright, so with that out of the way, we move on to the next minigame, Pogo Painter. And this game is pretty much, well, if you couldn't tell by the name of the title, you're on pogo sticks. And basically you have to color the squares first, and then get the purple boxes afterwards. And that's where you get the number of squares as your score. Each square represents a point. You can also use missiles to stun your opponents, make rows of your own square using the arrows, and you can move faster with the red boots. So yeah. It's worth noting that in order to collect every single minigame, you need to at least complete this game 129% at least. I think that's the case, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I got the minimum required number of trophies, gems, and relics. But there's also... Oh, did I say relics? Well, we'll get to that later on in the playthrough. But for... Yes, you need the minimum required of relics, gems, crystals, and trophies in order to get every single minigame unlocked in battle mode, and that's 129% completion. Now, from what I heard, like, 200% is the max for completion, which is pretty much, like, double the game. Well, that hurt. It's also worth knowing that I actually like the music in this stage. It's all jazzy. So okay, so that's one down. As for... Every character has their own speed. And while pretty much everyone... I really can't differentiate between most of the characters, except for Rillaroot and Dingodile. I feel like Dingodile tends to be the slowest. And Cortex and... Believe it or not, Rillaroot, the character I'm using, is the fastest character. So yeah, I guess it's a good thing I used Rillaroot in this... for this minigame in particular. Because now I can pretty much roam around faster than anyone else, especially when I get the speedy red boots. Whenever I come across one. It's also another thing. I'll only beat the game and then show you all the minigames in each. And each of its gimmick stages. That's all I'm going for. I won't be completing this game 200%. I'm just going for showing you the minigames and pretty much trying to beat the game. So pretty much for the bonus stages, I don't really need every single gem and crystal. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying here. So if I unlock it, I'll show it off. Given I need the trophies for each minigame to unlock every single minigame, that's pretty much a guarantee because it pretty much unlocks the special gimmicks for like the gem and the crystal and whatnot. All I need to do is just like collect, pretty much hold out until the end. I'm getting mad number of boxes in this one. But it may look easy now, but like I said, in the future workrooms it will be harder. This workroom is like, you know what to do, so... Or if you don't know what to do, here's an easy set of stages for you. That's what this workroom is, basically. But with that, I've pretty much taken care of this trophy. That was no contest at all whatsoever. Alright, let's move on to the gem challenge. And this challenge is not too bad. Why is that? you may ask? Well, basically, 1 minute to get your score down to 0. And the odds are against me because I need 80 points, everyone else needs 60. And of course, I have to be the first one to get to 0, which makes this more of a challenge. And already Coco's off to a good start, so go figure on that. I just need to get as many boxes as I possibly can, or pretty much all the boxes as I possibly could. Of course, the time limit doesn't help, that you have to do it in 30 seconds less. Damn it. Damn it, Coco. I had that box, but you took it away from me. Then again, the items were not even placed near me. Not who I was going for. But okay. Jeez, the crates are never in this side of the line. Okay. Tiny kind of skipped that, but that's okay. What's not okay is Coco's... Jeez, Coco's starting to become annoying in this game already. Already she's off to a hot start. Even though, well, in this challenge in particular... Damn it, Tiny. Well, at least... running out of time anyways. Oh, come on! That was right in front of her. Although I was in front of me, to be fair, but still. No more. Not this time. Alright, looks like I'm at a better start this time. I wonder how things are going to turn out later in this playthrough. Oh well. Well, now that was a much better run that time. But we haven't seen the last of it. We still have the Crystal Challenge, which is pretty much the worst of them all. So let's go back in and do the Crystal Challenge. And the Crystal Challenge is, there's going to be poisonous mushrooms popping up. And if I touch it, I'm pretty much dead.
3, 2, 1, go!
And, well, the stage is kind of... Yeah, let's try Dingo Dial. So basically try to get the most points again, once. But this time there's mushrooms in the way. This was pretty much the first stage of, like, most active difficulty. Like, I can pretty much, well, knowing my luck, I don't know what's going to happen. But it looks like I'm doing a very good job so far. It does give you a warning of where the thing will pop up like a second before. And of course, like, after 3 seconds, the mushrooms will go bye-bye. Right now, it looks like I'm cruising to victory so far. I almost wasn't looking. I just gotta look at my surroundings. It looks like I'm in good shape, given that Tiny doesn't get a massive amount of points. I almost... Alright, yeah. At the beginning of the stage, I was like, trying to... Come on. Oh crap, he's tied now. Oh, there we go. There, slightly in the lead. Oh god, I hope Tiny doesn't have enough points for this last one. Oh, that was Dingo Dial who got that? Well, alright. If Tiny got that, I wasn't sure if I was going to win it or not. He had a lot of spaces before, in those last few seconds. Who knows how many points that would have been if you actually got that box instead of Dingodile. But with that, Pogo Painter is out of the way. So next time we're going to do the last two things. Jungle Bash and its gimmicks, and Papu Pummel. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been Drew Mario. Let me go save real quick. And yeah, we're only at... How much percent would that be? 9%? Alright. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.